What up, guys? It is Chris M, your host of the School of Struggle podcast. Thank you once again for listening in. You know it means the absolute fucking world to me. I strive every week to give you guys a piece of information to help teach you the things that you never learned in school about how to reach success in your business and personal lives. Through the stories and strategies of highly regarded influential people all in their respective spaces, we're helping you get another step every week. As always, it would mean the absolute world to me if you could please subscribe to the podcast and leave a 5-star review if it means anything to you. Do me an absolute favor and tell a friend about it too. And I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Peace. What up? School of Struggle family. It is your host, Chris M here. Coming to you live Saturday morning. It has been a fucking interesting week, actually. Hey, I mentioned to you guys in the last podcast with Nero, which was fucking amazing, and thank you guys so much for the 10 out of 10 feedback on it too. Every person that's listened to it has reached out to myself or Nero, or not everyone, but most people or a lot of people have reached out to us and said how much has been able to help them and get through some stuff that they didn't even know that they might have had to deal with at this point. Emotional intelligence is such a beautiful fucking thing if you can actually grasp it and take the time to learn about how you can benefit from it and use it in your own life to actually start moving forward in every way, shape, and form that you deserve to and choose to as well. But it was really good. The feedback's been absolutely fucking amazing, and I've been a little bit quiet since then, just purely based on the fact that was last Tuesday that we recorded that, and I sort of became head down, bum up automatically directly after that. From, I believe, about Thursday onwards, really knuckling down on that event, How to Bring Your Great Idea to Life, which was a great turnout. I had about 25 people there. Didn't expect that, in all honesty. I only wanted I wanted 25 people to come. I set a limit at 25, so that was actually beautiful for that specific reason as well. Because if I have more in the room, I don't have enough opportunity to connect with every person that's in there and give them the best opportunity to learn through me specifically, and as opposed to just something like this, where a podcast which can be distributed so much further and in different ways, shapes, and forms as well. It's fucking awesome to have had an opportunity to network with some new people and help them out with some cool business ideas. I've got a few new meetings this week with a few of the people to help them actually move some of their stuff forward, increase some revenue and do some cool stuff with their marketing at the same time too. I've already put a bit of work in to make sure that these guys are going to start getting some great results out of the 30-minute catch-up that I have with each of them, which I'm super excited about. And already in the depths of planning the next event, which is going to be all about some business and life hacks and strategies to help you actually get the most out of your day without actually having to fucking put the most effort in. So obviously you want to put effort in at all times, but if you can actually cut some corners and still get the same result through tricks, tips, and strategies, then why the fuck wouldn't you? Bit of a housekeeping thing on that. I really fucked up, and this is a lesson that I'll take with that as well. It's in the respects that I spent those 4 days planning that event, and that's from conception to actually putting it together and practicing, refining, and really giving it 150% while I was there. A lot to learn. It's the first time I've ever done anything like that for myself, and it was super fucking exciting as well. However, it did get to a point where it fucking owned me, and I've been in bed all week since because the stress that I had across those 4 days, plus actually giving it 150% at the event, ended me. So moving into it next time, I will give a much larger lead time. The next event I'll do will be towards the end of February. Hard to say when you're talking at a normal pace. And I've already started planning it. I actually just put the copy together for the first event link today. There will be a landing page up soon, and there will be a whole lot of invites sent out to every person that I can find to get involved with it as well. But I'll put the event link in the show notes for it here, and you guys will be all invited. I'd love to see you guys there. Anyone can take this thing away from it. It's going to be for sales reps, for marketers, for managers, for business owners, anyone in your network that's interested in growing income, getting more done in the day, gaining more confidence, better connection with clients, achieve a better work-life balance, which is a huge one, I believe, and grow and become the most effective person that you can in business and your personal life as well. I don't think anyone can not take something away from it. There's going to be some time and productivity hacks, some marketing hacks, some automation and organizational hacks as well, and easily executable plans for everyone in that. And it'll sort of be in preparation for the strategic planning workshop that we have coming up too. So lots going on at the moment. And thank you guys for tuning in today. It's an absolute pleasure to be speaking to you guys again. Lots going on in my world at the moment, and I'm just trying to do it one step at a time, because if you don't take the time to actually stop and smell the roses, you fucking hurt yourself. And obviously, I'm never going to say to stop what you're doing, but never work at a pace where it's unattainable for you to keep doing it a long period of time, because it will fucking put you in a terrible spot and you'll end up burning out real quick, just like I did. Last thing you want to do in the world, because you're not able to work at your maximum, or at a pace where you can actually execute at a rate that you'd like to anyway. As per usual, guys, if you can do me a huge favor, I'm going to get into a great podcast, a short one for you guys today on constructive criticism. I think it's one that a lot of people should actually take into account and actually realize how fucking beneficial it is. If you can't take constructive criticism, stop being a little fucking bitch and really, exactly that, stop being a little bitch and get into a position where you are able to take it so you can actually start moving forward in what the fuck you want to. Because if you're not doing that, why the fuck are you listening? If you're not looking to move forward, then this is the wrong podcast for you. So it was nice for those people that are about to tune out. Thank you so much, and for everyone else that's staying on, fucking thank you so much more. But tell a friend to listen to this podcast; it'll help them a lot. And leave a review and 5-star comment and all of this stuff on the actual podcast app itself. Now, guys, again, thank you so much for listening. I personally love constructive criticism. It helps me move forward and be better than the next in every single way, every single day too. It seems a lot of people have some serious issues with this son of a bitch, though, in all honesty. And to be fair, I can sort of understand it when it comes down to it. The real reason why is like it's your natural first reaction to be somewhat defensive when someone's telling you some shit that you're probably not interested in hearing straight off the bat. I'll have to admit it, this is me quite a long time ago, Obviously, when you aren't in the position where you're in a growth mindset, it can be quite fucking constraining for you to hear something you don't want to hear. Probably telling you something you're not interested in hearing, and it could be crippling at the same time too. I can't get enough of it now, in all honesty. I've always had a pretty big love for anyone that could accept constructive criticism and, sort of move forward with what they're told and become the best version because of that. So I became exactly that person. If anyone comes to me with constructive criticism now, I can promise you, if I have respect for their opinion, I will take it in account and I will make sure that I will fucking execute what is needed based off my risk analysis of what that's going to do. I wasn't born with such a skill, as I said, and throughout my career, many times I struggled with receiving feedback. I think that's something that's quite common, as I mentioned. But as you practice it, just like any muscle, the stronger it gets, and the more that you actually want to do it at the same time too. Even when it's wholeheartedly warranted, it can actually become quite fucking hard to take it in sometimes, especially if the person that you're speaking to either you don't have respect for, or if you have a lot of respect for, because it can be a hard pill to swallow some days too. But constructive criticism and actually doing something with that is probably one of the best ways that you can actually move forward and learn in any way, shape, and form. Just like using a mentor to tell you when you go in the wrong direction, or if you go in the right direction and you need to start executing something elsewhere. The constructive criticism can very much help that. I've had a fair bit myself lately, especially with that event, and I've taken it all on board. Some of it I'll be using, some of it I won't, because some of it I don't really believe I need to change, and some of it I do. So you've got to weigh up the options when it comes down to it as well. But constructive criticism, at first, you hear the words and your mind's begin to race when it comes down to it, you know what I mean? Like, what do you mean? Just in search of a proper explanation for the assault on my person, you know what I mean? Like, it can be quite confronting to someone when they haven't heard it before. And then it's sort of to try and rationalize whatever actions in question are in front of you to move forward at the same time too. I can guarantee I'm not the only person that's listening right now that's had any issues with this, and I can promise you, if you use it properly, you can move forward a lot faster as well. Unfortunately, in the heat of the moment, many of us fire up and attack the person for giving us exactly the warranted feedback that we need. Truth is, you need to man the fuck up and get over it. Probably just trying to help you in any way, shape, and form. We all know that there's some deep, serious value in constructive criticism. How else do you expect to identify weaknesses that you haven't been able to pick up yourself? You know what I mean? Whether it's in business, personal life, sports, any corner of your life, it definitely helps if you are accepting of it when it comes down to it. The second you're able to fail and fall in love with it, you'll be better for it. It definitely helps us maintain relationships and be more successful in everything that we do if we learn how to use it correctly. Exactly how do you learn how to back off the defensive though? So this is going to be quite something, you know, this may help a lot of people. There's a 6-step process to it that I've personally come across and worked out a way to make sure that you can actually stop becoming a little fucking bitch when people give you constructive criticism, because it's only there to help you and you aren't doing yourself any fucking favors by not listening to it. Step number 1 is don't be a fucking prick. They're just trying to help. Honestly, take a deep breath, stop. It's fucking hammer time. Sorry. Fucking MC Hammer joke. Not really, unless you're a tradie. Chill out with the hammer time. But please do yourself a favor and take in a deep breath. Really, they're not trying to... Try not to react at all when it comes down to it, you know what I mean? Take a deep breath, and once you've had a second to stop and realize what your reaction to this may be, that's ample time for your brain to process it, you know what I mean? In that moment, you're able to protect yourself from any aggressive facial expressions and remind yourself to stay calm. I promise you, if you can master the first step, it's not only going to help you at work, but it may help you with your girlfriend going apeshit too. Be real, it would have happened otherwise if you didn't take on the fucking constructive criticism the way that she wanted you to, you know what I mean? So, in your work environment, in your home environment, anyone that's going to take this on and doesn't fucking... is only in their best interest to try and help you out. It's in your best interest to take it on and not be a fucking pussy when it's trying to actually be distributed to you in the right way as well. Remind yourself of the benefits of the feedbacks are going to be number 2. Now, I understand again, it's a bitch to hear it. I get it. Stop festering over it though, honestly. Once you've given yourself a few seconds to actually take a deep breath, now quickly remind yourself of the benefits of receiving constructive criticism. You know, it's to improve your skills. It's for productivity. It's for your relationships. And it'll help you meet the expectations that you should be setting out for yourself. Because if you aren't setting out expectations of yourself to be greater and better and becoming the best fucking version of yourself, again, why are you listening to this podcast? And if you are interested in doing that, start doing that today. Become better. Believe that you're better. Give yourself permission to be the best fucking version of yourself right now, right here. Do it because Chris M fucking said it. Remember, your obligation to your business is to provide the best all-around service for your customer. Honestly, the best all-around service for your customer is the obligation that you have every time you walk through the doors of your business every single day. The obligation to your partner is to work in harmony and provide your due part in the relationship, not absorb. Love is a giving, not a receiving. So remember that. So if you're fucking up in any way and someone can help you do that in a better way, or sorry, not fuck up in a better way, but can actually help you get to a position where you can actually love your partner in a better way, listen to that, and you may actually come to a position where you actually get a much better relationship for probably less effort at the same time too. Obviously, high effort levels with the least amount of issues is going to be the best way to actually execute anything. But in a relationship, it makes a big difference, and obviously you got to work on it every time as well. But that's the same as your business, relationships. I think they're the fucking same when it comes down to it. Your obligation to every corner of your life is going to be a stronger driving force and help you understand why constructive criticism is better for you and to you and of benefit to you if you actually take it in at the same time as well. A little piece of information that could just make the smallest change can actually yield the largest result that you'd never actually even dreamt of. I promise you, I've had little pieces of information that have given me a little bit of perspective that have made a massive difference in my life in 24 hours that have actually kept with me for the rest of my life as well. Constructive criticism is something that is fucking vital, and you need to actually really take it in. Once again, stop being a bitch, and you'll see the benefit of it anyway. Number 3 is listen, and seriously fucking listen. You've avoided your typical reaction by steps 1 and 2, and your brain started working, and you've realized the benefits of the feedback now. So it's time to engage in the dialogue in a productive manner, and actually criticize the feedback that's been shared with you. Listen super closely, because it actually could be something that helps you make the massive difference today. Do for yourself and them a favor by allowing them to share their complete thoughts without any interruption when it comes down to it. At this point, just focus on understanding the comment and their perspective on the situation. Give them the supreme benefit of doubt here. It could be difficult for someone to give you feedback here, and remember that it may have been a massive thing for them to do too. Have you ever been in a position where it's actually got to you have to give the constructive feedback, and how hard it can be at the same time as well? it can be extremely hard to give constructive criticism sometimes. So give them credit for being able to come up to you and give you that constructive criticism too, because it can be just as hard on both sides. And especially if you're a little fucking brat and you don't want to take in that fucking information, or they know that it's going to be a hard conversation for them. Why the fuck do you think it's going to be any better for you, for them, if you were a little bitch when you have a fucking hissy fit when they give you the constructive criticism? So, absorb it. Give them supreme benefit of doubt here, and just be grateful for the fact that they're out there trying to help you. Number 4, say thank you. This is the hard part, I promise you. Especially if you've got a bit of an ego about you. You know, firstly, throw that in the fucking trash. It's not helping you in any way, shape, or form in any area of your life. Obviously, I will say that I'm fucking great. That, you know, I'm the best at what I do and all this stuff quite frequently as well. Like, I don't believe that's an ego. I don't think that's egotistical. I just think that's confidence in my actual benefit. Sorry, confidence in my my ability to actually help people do what they want to do at the same time as well. And I don't think that's an egotistical thing. I think that's based off stats and analytics, you know what I mean? So, and that should be the same for you too, but your ego is just saying that you're better than someone. I'm not better than anyone. I'm just good at what I do, and I make sure that what I do gets better every day too. I'm not trying to beat anyone. I'm trying to beat me from yesterday. So that should be the same with you too. So say thank you and forget your fucking ego, because the person saying it to you isn't any higher or lower than you. They're on the same fucking level, and they just want to help you become the best version of yourself too. Thank them for sharing the feedback with you. Expressing appreciation doesn't mean that you have to agree with it when it comes down to it, but it shows that you acknowledge the effort and that they took the time to evaluate the situation for you as well. Listen, I promise you, these things and these people want to keep you around for the long term, and they actually just want to see the best in you too, right? So don't be a fucking a sook, and definitely say thank you for them for coming out and saying this too, right? So way too often I see people in a situation in a business environment and they don't say a thing, and that can be just as bad when it comes down to it too. I'd rather have someone call me out on my my shortfalls or anything I've done that's fucked up in my business or personal environment, and watch how quickly that can progress, because I'm always looking for personal growth. And if anyone's still at 17 minutes and 23 seconds into this podcast listening, I know that you're looking for personal growth as well. So I'd much rather these people call me out. So if anyone out there right now reckons they have any constructive criticism for me, I dare you to bring it to me as well, because I will always entertain it, and I will always say thank you at the same time too. If I can see it in you guys, I promise you, I will give them permission, lend a hand to do that for you guys too. So if you guys are looking for any way to move forward in yours, feel free to reach out to me, because I will give you I'll do a full analysis on what you're doing and see how I can help you in any way at the same time as well. Number 5, ask questions to deconstruct the feedback. Time to hit the drawing board with to work out a plan on what you're going to do with the feedback as well, right? So whatever the feedback is, it needs a plan to put in place to actually action and make benefit out of the actual the constructive criticism as well. Say the feedback surrounded a way to better coach your staff, right? So if you have staff and it actually ends up being a way that you can actually motivate them better or something like that, maybe they're getting a little demotivated and resharing the long-term business vision with them, and having them become a part of the planning and execution of the plan is the best solution here. Sorry, obviously I'm having a fucking terrible day in the respective linguistics today. I am still a little bit fatigued, and I think everyone deserves some credit at some point. I'm still here working and grinding to get you guys forward at the same time too, so I'm doing what I need to fucking do. Having someone become actively a part of the progression and understand their position with a little bit of an incentive will completely turn the cogs in the engine room of your business and turn your business from negative to positive. So I use this a lot. So it's getting people to buy into your vision, right? So if the feedback surrounded the people on your floor might be a little bit demotivated, maybe you need to get them to buy into the vision and actually show them a succession plan. It's going to show them where they're going to be in a year's time as well. A lot of these people are a little bit disappointed in themselves because they don't know the fucking answer to that. And I feel like if you can actually lead the horse to water and give these guys purpose by actually helping them become a part of the planning stage and execution stage and where they're going to be in 12 months, it'll make a massive fucking difference for you too. I promise you that. I use that a lot, and it makes a massive, massive difference. Action and reassess will be number 6. So put your plan to action, you know what I mean? So this is the most important part. You know, you can do all the fucking work in the world and, you know, plan, prepare, but if you don't actually action and execute anything, how many fucking times I have to say it? It's completely useless, you know what I mean? So I've said it time and time again. It's all about taking action. Once you've taken action and let the plan run its course for a good 4 to 6 weeks, take an hour to reassess it and see how the situation is running and panning out for you as well. You know what I mean? So should it need any tweaking, tweak the fuck out of it. Should it not, throw the ego in the fucking bin, go back to the criticizer and thank them yet again because they actually help so much in that specific area. No good business person is getting anywhere without the right advice, and honestly, the best, ask for it before you even get a chance to give it to them. Did I not ask just before? I'm not saying I'm the best. I'm fucking great. I've said that. And I'm constantly in a growth mindset when it comes down to it. You guys are fucking great too, because you guys are at 20 minutes and 52 seconds still listening to this fucking podcast and helping me, you know, helping give me an opportunity to help you guys through your stage of this life at the same time as well. And no, as I said, no good business person is getting anywhere without the right advice. And I promise you, the best ask for it. And if you get a chance to give it to them, please give it to them. I actually think that, you know, this 6-step process actually makes a massive fucking difference if you're not too scared to implement it, you know what I mean? So don't be a prick, they're just trying to help. Remind yourself of the benefits of the feedback, listen and seriously listen to it, say thank you for the feedback, ask questions and deconstruct the feedback, action and reassess in due course as well. Guys, I think constructive criticism is something that you fucking need to actually start moving forward. It's something that I use very effectively while I'm coaching clients at the same time too. And you'll see majority of my clients that I deal with, they will ask for constructive criticism now. I've actually got a bit of an excerpt from a testimonial here. And it's just one sentence. I've been working with Chris for a couple of months now and have really appreciated his advice, frankness, and no-nonsense approach to helping me grow my business. And that's got a lot to do with constructive criticism. And this specific guy, you should see his fucking growth. His business, but his personal growth at the same time too is something fucking beautiful. He has more free time with his family. He has more balance in his life. He's less stressed. He has more income coming in, more clients rocking up at his door and all sorts of stuff as well. It's actually beautiful to see. And the fact that, you know, he sees that constructive criticism and a no-nonsense approach, which I know you guys know I fucking have, is helping him grow his business and personal life in any way at the same time too. For me, this is an absolutely fucking beautiful thing. And the pursuit of balance in life is exactly what people are looking for. Or most people anyway. Not necessarily everyone, but most people are when it comes down to it. And constructive criticism is a way that you can actually achieve balance much quicker if you're open to taking it as well. And if you're not, that's your own fault. Again, guys, thank you so fucking much for listening today. I love every single one of you so much. And do me a huge favor. Tell a friend to tell a friend about this podcast. Go to iTunes, leave a comment, a review, and leave a 5-star review. At that point, it's the only way I get to actually get this stuff distributed to more people. And I know you get some serious value out of it. So do me a favor and do that for me, because I do this for you. Again, guys, have a fucking sensational afternoon, and never settle, motherfuckers. Peace. Hey guys, Chris again. Thank you so much for listening in today. It means the absolute world to me, but you know that. I hope you enjoyed today's episode just as much as I did. They're always so much fun to make, and every time it gets better and better. Follow us on Instagram at The School of Struggle, or if you want to reach me personally, get at me at the Chris Sam. That's TheChrisem. Or at my personal website, successandnothingless.com.au. Please subscribe to the podcast, leave a review, tell a friend to tell a friend, and never settle for second best. Have an amazing day. Peace.